you very much, President Jacob Zuma, Deputy President Halima Mutante, former President Thabo Mbeki,
to yourself.
Excellencies of various countries who have come to South
Exactly,
Africa.
it was that bad.
No.
Mrs. Graça Marcel, the Mandela family, the leadership of the ruling party, the African National Congress, and the leadership of various other political parties, religious leaders, and a number of non-governmental organizations, and everyone else who is here. I welcome you in the name of our President Jacob Zuma and the Mandela family. Have been asked by President Jacob Zuma to be your program directors. We both trust that you will work with us to ensure that we have a dignified and fitting memorial service in honor of our father, Nelson Mandela. We wish to applaud the people of South Africa for the dignified manner in which they have been honoring the memory of Nelson Mandela since he passed away. We have
He messed up big time. He messed up big time.
On behalf of the President, I welcome all of you who have traveled from all corners of the world. I also extend warm words of welcome to our friends from all over the world. And let us give Nelson Mandela's friends, as well as the friends of South Africa from all over the world, a round of South African warm welcome and say thank you for coming. South Africa and those around the world who cannot come but who are watching the proceedings on television. We have more than 100 countries represented here today, easily representing billions of people around the world who are bidding farewell to Nelson Mandela. We say thank you for that.
Why are you apologizing? You're not Mother Nature.
Nelson Mandela would have wanted to be said,
I said not Mother Nature.
These are blessings, and in our African tradition, when it rains, when you are buried, it means that your gods are welcoming you, and the gates of heaven are most probably open as well. Today we reflect on our collective memories of Nelson Mandela, the father of our nation and the founding father of our democracy. This occasion should make all of us to pause today and reflect on the life of Nelson Mandela. Today's memorial service should hopefully give each one of us to gather our memories of Nelson Mandela. And on Sunday, we will bid him farewell in Kunu when when we lay him to rest, knowing that our memories of him will endure forever. A number of speakers will pay tribute to our Nelson Mandela, and they will reflect on the life of a man whose inner concept of self encapsulated the best of humanity. We will reflect on a life that transcended the fault lines of our own humanity. It is a life that took under its care millions of South Africans who were oppressed under apartheid. We will reflect on a life of a man who took the pain of millions of South Africans. He took their humiliations and the dignity they were stripped of and made them his very own. And with the weight of burden on his shoulders, he worked to free us all. And in a way, black and white, to embark on a journey to reconcile with each other, to forgive our past transgressions, to bury hatred, embrace human rights, non-racialism, non-sexism, and begin the task and the arduous odyssey to become a nation of diverse cultures, diverse religions, and different races. A nation that speaks in many tongues, but that should finally have one voice that melts into a chorus of unity. He was our teacher and our mentor, and he never gave up on us for our failures, but acknowledged that despite the rage, the resentments and noise that sometimes engulfed us, we are all frail and vulnerable and can only succeed if we reach out to each other. This is the man that we have come to say farewell to, a man who has built our nation. In many ways, we are here today to tell Madiba that his long walk is over, that he can finally rest, that he can enjoy the view of our beautiful country, of South Africa, a view he discovered when he began walking the hills of his birthplace in Basel. His long walk is over, but ours is only beginning. And with that, as we walk down memory lane, I would like us now to do what he would have wanted us to do. That is to open this memorial service with an interfaith opening prayer. I would like to call upon